As Eminem once said, guess who's back? Back again. We're back with the recaps, baby. Let's do it. Got some general league news going on. There was a trade back in the day for Rashid Shaheed for Nate Monens, Jalen Waddle. Waddle will have Tua back in week 8. Shaheed has been baller, so I think it's a pretty fair trade. Hopefully Tua gets back to form. That's all I got to say about that. After starting off super slow, Jacob Curcio is coming back, and he is here with a 179-point win over Brandon, who had 145 points, the second most points in the league. So this was a crazy matchup. Feel bad for Brandon. He's only 1-4. He needed this win, and he would have won it against anyone else. But on Jacob's end, the big player here was Drake London on that huge Thursday night game where Kirk Cousins had 500 yards. London had 154 of those and a touchdown, so that's kind of insane there. Brock Bowers was the tight end 1 on the week, 19 points. Justin Jefferson did his thing, 12 points. DeAndre Swift, 19 after looking terrible. And, of course, Lamar Jackson was a baller, 33 points against Cincinnati. On Brandon's side, he had Garrett Wilson actually play decent, 100 yards and a touchdown. Mike Evans had 2 touchdowns that Thursday night game. And George Kittle also had a touchdown. He was probably the tight end 2 on the week. So just bad luck for Brandon. Jacob gets another win, and he comes at 3-2. Like I said, Brandon is 1-4. Devin Magazzo has been on an absolute tear after losing his week 1 matchup. He is now 4-1 after winning 143-106 to 0-5 Dan Monin. Dan's still looking for his first win. Maybe he'll get it week 6. Who knows? But Devin looking strong with Derrick Henry. He had 16 points this week. Zay Flowers had a pretty good week, 111 yards. And T. Higgins and Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas, this is a stacked rookie class. Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, and Marvin Harrison, they're all doing good. On Dan's side, he thought Devin was going to field the steal. Steal is not there anymore. Enter Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is the dude there. But Dan did have a touchdown from Xavier Worthy. Michael Pittman, he's out now. That's not good. James Cook led his team with 16 points. And I don't know, Dan. You gotta figure something out. Up next, we got the matchup between the number 1 and the number 2 seed, Alex versus me. And let's just say those roles are flipped now that I played them, because I beat Alex 132-117, which makes me the number 1 seed now. Yes, I know, I'm kind of cocky about it, but I'm allowed to be. On Alex's side, he's 3-2 now, 33.78 points from Joe Burrow. What a game. Fortunately, his Bengals could not pull it out for him. I mean, other side, he had Nico Collins, who went absolutely nuclear first half. Left with the hamstring injury and won't be back. So that sucks. But on my side, I had Chuba Hubbard and Kyron Williams both have 15 points. And Jamar Chase, pretty sure he's the number 1 receiver in the week, 36 points. Almost 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. You can't really get much better than that. Like I said, Kareem Hunt, he is the guy at Kansas City. 102 yards and a touchdown, 27 carries. No one else is coming in once Pacheco comes back. It's going to be all Kareem. Daniel Saul had a self-proclaimed bye-apocalypse this week, but it didn't really matter. He pulled out the W against Austin Reedy, 124-91. In spite of all those byes, Dan Saul was able to get Trey Sermon, who didn't look too good, but he got 15 points. Geno Smith had a solid week, and Jaden Reed is amazing. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think he was going to be the wide receiver 1 earlier in the year. Also, Rico Dowdle got away with an offensive pass interference. I'm a Steeler, obviously. That was an interference, but, they'll take it. 18 points. On Reedy's side, without Malik Neighbors this week, he had Ramondre go for 17 points after being declared the backup by his head coach. And Terry McLaurin had 11 points. Jaden Daniels trying to find him more, but he did lose a fumble. Up next, we have a little bit of a surprising one. We got Ethan Trapp getting the dub over Big Nate Monin. Ethan had 131 points, to Nate's 116 points. Is this the curse of CMC? I don't know. I don't think any team with CMC has won with him on their roster. But on Ethan's side, he played Tank Bigsby because he literally had no one to play on his bench, and it paid off. He got 25 points. Can you believe that? That is pretty good for a backup running back. Can't get any better than that. And DJ Moore doing his own thing. He had 25 points, 2 touchdowns. Caleb Williams looking pretty solid now. Might be a good pickup. But on Nate's side, Nate lost again, like I said. And Baker's good. He's solid, gets you 20 points every week. He got 23 this week. Rashid Shaheed was his best wide receiver with 16 points, who he just traded Jalen Waddle for. And Tucker Kraft, man, what a story for him. I thought Musgrave was going to be the guy. Nope, Tucker Kraft's coming in. 22.8 points. He is the tight end 1 this week. I don't know why I said Bowers was. Nate has some soul searching to do. He needs to get some wins. You put Breece Hall on the block, so someone wants Breece Hall, go trade for him. Last and certainly least, we have the 2 lowest scoring teams. Andrew Burr got this matchup win over Keegan, 83-70. And these were the 2 lowest squads. They both would have got a L either way if they played anyone else, but Andrew got a little bit lucky here, squeaked away with the win, stays 3-2 on the season, and Andrew had no one scoring double digits. That's kind of insane, except Jaden Daniels. He had 20 points, but he's a QB. And also, Keegan had Jordan Love, who had 15 points, Josh Jacobs, who had 15 points, and Stephon Diggs, who had 11 points. But the Bengals defense was his downfall, -5 points. That hurts him. I'm recording this a little bit later than I would like to, so the Thursday night game already happened, and let's say Andrew is a big winner because he had Deebo Samuel, who had 102 yards and a touchdown, plus 15 yards running the ball. And on the other hand, his opponent this week, Nate, surprisingly, had Jordan Mason, who ended up leaving the game after getting 73 yards on the ground. He could have had a lot more. He was on his pace to have way more than that, but that is upsetting for him. All right, see you guys next week.